Damn. I really needed this movie. The world needs this movie. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raising Up Popcorn with Grant, everybody. And today we are talking about a movie. Movies and TV, that's what we do here. And that movie is Still, a Michael J. Fox movie. Still, a Michael J. Fox movie is now in select theaters. It is also streaming on Apple TV Plus, and it premiered at this year's Sundance Film Festival. It is directed by Davis Guggenheim, who, among his previous works, included the Oscar-winning An Inconvenient Truth. He named me Malala, and one of my personal favorites, Waiting for Superman. And now he is taking on... and It Might Get Loud, which was also really good. And now he is directing this film. So what is Still, a Michael J. Fox movie about? Well, it's about Michael J. Fox, who is, for the two people who don't know, is a phenomenal actor who was, especially in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, was one of the biggest stars in the world, appearing in films such as Back to the Future, as Marty McFly, Teen Wolf, and also, which were big parts of my childhood, but also is in movies that are not quite mentioned in this documentary, such as The Frighteners, and Atlantis Lost Empire, Stuart Little, usually as the main character, as well as his work on TV, on shows such as Family Ties, The Good Wife, and Spin City. And it's about his story. It's about how he became an actor. He became sort of this kind of scrawny Canadian kid who, his father was in the military, so he was often, shipped around. And how he became basically a superstar overnight, eventually competing with himself at the box office between two of his, big hit movies. And this is all done from Michael J. Fox now being interviewed, intercut with a mix of sort of stand-in reenactors and archival footage of him from interviews and TV shows and movies. Almost a little bit like sort of... Not completely, because it doesn't quite go that experimental, but it kind of reminded me of Moon Age Daydream in that sense, in the sense of its style. All the way leading up to when he's 28 years old and he's diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. And how he, for many, many years, tried to hide his condition, and also tried to be, be present in the life of his wife Tracy Pollan, who is basically a superhero, and he even says so, and his 4 children. And this is about his story, and this is about how he went from being this sort of likable young actor to being a really successful big actor to being a really terrific advocate who never loses his sense of humor. And we see his story. And luckily, at least for now, Michael J. Fox is still with us, which is terrific. And I know this may sound kind of sappy, but it isn't. Because, so this is his story. I loved this movie. This was phenomenal. I love Michael J. Fox. I've been a fan. I grew up in a house full of Michael J. Fox fans. My mother was a massive fan of Michael J. Fox. Loved Family Ties. Loved Back to the Future. I love that. I grew up on movies like Atlantis and Stuart Little, and his many, many, many other, terrific works, and Back to the Future, which is still to this day one of my all-time favorite movies, and I mean all 3 of them. You can't just watch the first one, I have to watch all 3 of them together. And I love the guy, and the thing is that what I really admired about this movie is, I think Michael J. Fox was smart to hire Davis Guggenheim, because this is a director who is a really good documentarian, and you have him there, and Michael J. Fox is very warts and all about, his ups and downs. He's not trying to get you to cry for him. He's not trying to get you to feel sorry for him. This is not some sentimental movie. He's funny, and he's irreverent, and he's, some of the timing is a little bit slower now, but he still is very funny. And you see, how he doesn't want you to, quote-unquote, be inspired he just wants to tell his story, and he wants to tell it his way. And there's sort of a key moment early on at the beginning of the movie where the interviewer, I'm guessing it's Davis Guggenheim, tells Michael J. Fox, you know, the sad sack version of the story is that, you know, he triumphed, something along the lines of he triumphed over adversity, and he goes, that sounds really boring. It's like, so he's just like, no, I'm not going to do that movie. We're going to do this one. This is going to be, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be funny, and I'm going to, you know, talk about how sometimes I could be kind of a dick, and I could be kind of, and I'm going to curse. This movie's rated R for language. I'm going to, you know, be very, very unfiltered. I loved that, and I loved that he just, it's inspiring, and by the end of it, you don't feel sad at the end of this movie. You feel inspired. You're happy in a good way, in a natural way. It doesn't feel manipulative, ever. You actually feel like some good in the world. It's one of those movies that, recently I felt that way about Judy Blume Forever, and I also, like, not Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Won't You Be My Neighbor, where you walk out and you're like, man, the fact that this movie exists makes me feel like the world is a slightly better place than it actually is. The fact that this person exists and this film about them exists in the world to be seen by people. I loved this movie. I loved Still, a Michael J. Fox movie. This was just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful film that everyone should see. And guys, I think we can close the book there. I'm going to give it, yeah, you see it, bang, 5 out of 5 stars plus for Still, a Michael J. Fox movie. This is one of the very best films of 2023 so far. I love this movie. Really touching, really funny, really irreverent, just like the guy it's about, the great Michael J. Fox. All right. But that is it. 5 stars plus for Still, a Michael J. Fox movie. Let's close the book on it. Trailer Trash, none. I watched it on Apple TV+. Was there shawarma? No, there was not. All right, we will be back tonight for a review. I'm going to go all the way. It's going to probably be later tonight, even though my screening is not my screening's at 6:45. It's probably going to be later because I'm going about a half hour out of the way and there and back, and so that's going to take some time. Little girl, you're in the middle of the ride. Everything. Don't sue me, Jimmy Eat World. Damn it. But yeah, so it's gonna be later. But we have a review of Blackberry that is coming up. I'm going out of the way, and Becca, if you're watching this, I can't wait to talk to you about this later, because she's already seen it. She's seeing it again today. So we are going to talk about that tomorrow. We will have back-to-back reviews again later on tomorrow night for Fool's Paradise and Knights of the Zodiac, and then Sunday we'll have a review of Hypnotic, and Monday we'll have a review of Crater. That's all coming up, and that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all. I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love you all, class dismissed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's supposed to do. Leave a comment, even if it's, hey, Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. And if you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at Raising Popcorn with Grant, Twitter at Raise Grant, Facebook Raising Popcorn with Grant, Instagram Raising Popcorn with Grant, Serialized, I'm all one word, all lowercase, Raising Popcorn. Check out my podcast, Raising Popcorn with Grant, the podcast on Spotify and Anchor. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important, and I want to know down below, what did you think of Still, a Michael J. Fox movie? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below, let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. I'll catch you guys next time. Alright, take care everyone. Seriously, go see this movie. And, yeah, take care. Bye.